Hello, Snarky loves. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to the Snarky in the Suburbs podcast. I feel like I must say that. And I don't know why. Are people confused? They probably know what they clicked on. So here we are. Today, it's chock full of delicious goodness. Lots of complaining, which is, always a plus in my book. We got a Dear Snarky letter, which falls under the category of get over yourself. I mean, seriously, people just need to get over themselves. I know we hear that like a lot of people suffer from low self-esteem. The person that wrote me this letter did not. Then I've got an observation to go along with my peeve. And in the Snarky Confession department, a lot of people might find this shocking. I've never, ever been on a girl's trip. Not once. Not one single time. And when I tell people that, they're like, what's wrong with you? Don't you have friends? I have friends, but I've never really wanted to go on a girl's trip. So maybe something is wrong with me. But first, as always, we are going to get to the snarky letter. Y'all, this one. Oh my God. If you are not, like if you're listening to this and you're driving in your car or something or walking the dog or whatever, or you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Like and subscribe. If you don't at some time during this letter go, oh my God, I'm going to be disappointed. Okay, here we go. Dear Snarky, as a mother of the bride, I'm appalled by the groom's family's behavior at my daughter's recent wedding. It seemed as if the groom's parents forgot about the wedding and instead used the wedding time to have their own huge family reunion, clutching my pearls. They had guests that started arriving on Thursday for a Saturday evening wedding. Every day leading up to the wedding, they had planned activities from a Thursday evening cookout to a day at a water park on Friday. And then on Friday evening, the family that wasn't invited to the rehearsal dinner had their own celebration of margs and marriage at a Mexican food restaurant. On Saturday, before the wedding, the groom's mom hosted a brunch for all the family members at a country club. The groom's mom and dad were at all the wedding events. They, of course, hosted the rehearsal dinner and didn't miss any wedding designated activities, but it feels like they hijacked my daughter's special day and tried to turn her wedding into a family reunion. The groom's mother told us about what she had planned for her side of the family beforehand and also said our family was welcome to come, of course, but she knew that we would be very busy and she didn't want to put pressure on us to feel like we had to attend. Even the groom was dipping in and out of the family events. It's like she pretty much said, we shouldn't come because, we're too busy. We, of course, didn't come because we were too busy having a wedding. And the wedding, all caps, baby, all caps. At the wedding reception, after a few drinky poos, I did ask the groom's parents if they were happy that they got to downgrade my daughter's wedding into a family reunion and that I didn't appreciate them stealing focus from the wedding for their family. And then I walked away. My husband overheard this and is now demanding that I apologize. I'm not so sure I should. What they did was disgraceful, and I think the bride's family is the one that should be getting an apology. I'd like your take on this, and I'd like to hear how other moms feel about this, especially mothers with daughters. Signed, it was my daughter's wedding. Not a chance for you to have a family reunion. Dear, what was your signature again? It was my daughter's wedding, not a family reunion. Literally, get over yourself. Get over yourself. We're going to break it down like we usually do. Okay, you refer to your daughter's mother-in-law, her in-laws, as mother of the groom. Hello. She's now the mother-in-law. So I think you've had a problem adjusting to the fact that your daughter is now a member of this family. Groom's mom, this and that. No. It's her daughter-in-law. It's the mother-in-law, and your daughter is her daughter-in-law. Succinctly, you're insane. The groom's mother, the mother-in-law, sounds like an incredible hostess. She was inviting family to her son's wedding, and a lot of them were taking vacation days, maybe traveling a lot, and she wanted to make sure that they had a really great time and just weren't sitting around going, when's that wedding again? Not till Saturday evening. What are we going to do? She had a bunch of stuff planned. I love it. I love the margs and marriage. I love the water park. I guess if kids were involved, it's fun. It sounds fun. And you even said your now son-in-law, dipped in and out of stuff because he was busy too. I also like that the mother-in-law, mother of the groom, told you about it so you weren't like thinking you were being excluded, but also gave you an out. Like she knew you would not be able to attend, but she didn't want to keep it from you. And let me tell you, if she had done all this and not told you, you would have been like, I can't believe she didn't even tell us. So you know what? You wouldn't be happy no matter what. So I think the parents of the groom, the in-laws, sound like great people and wanted to make sure that their family was having a great time. And you said they showed up for all the wedding events. They hosted the rehearsal dinner. Sounds like they were on it, but they wanted, family members that, wouldn't be at the rehearsal dinner to have stuff to do. She did the right thing. She absolutely did the right thing. I don't know what your nose is out of joint about. They can still focus from your daughter's wedding. And let's talk about this. When you invite someone to a wedding, you do not own their time leading up to the wedding. You are not a queen. The guests to the wedding are not your subjects that must, abide by your rules and do exactly what you want. Hell yeah. I mean, what did you want these people to do? Just wait around like anything they did would like take away from your wedding? It's crazy. You need to talk to someone because I'm telling you, it's crazy thinking that you're inviting people to a wedding and anything else that occurs within, I guess, your wedding window is an insult to your daughter? That's just all kinds of wrong. It doesn't make any sense. People are allowed to do other things leading up to a wedding. If it's the wedding weekend, they're allowed to do stuff like, go to the grocery store or go to a margs and marriage party. It's not taking away from anything. So I'm just very confused what you're mad about. But then again, I'm not, because what I think you're mad about is your daughter's married and you're just finding a way to throw stones at whatever you can. And your husband is 100% right. You need to apologize and prayer hands, thank your lucky stars that your daughter has not found out about what you said to her now mother-in-law and father-in-law. And the in-laws are very gracious not to at least tell their son, yeah, her mom said this to us at the reception. They're keeping it low key. They're not saying anything, which makes me once again think that these in-laws sound like really terrific people. Maybe you need to talk to someone about your daughter getting married because you're going to have to get used to that. Are you going to accuse them, the in-laws, of stealing Christmas or stealing Thanksgiving? Because your daughter can't be with you at every holiday. That's not fair. You have to share the holidays. You're married. You know that. If children come into the future, there's future of kids, of grandkids. Every time the grandkids are with the mother-in-law, is she stealing the grandkids? I mean, are you going to call 911? My daughter's mom stole the grandkids or mother-in-law stole the grandkids? No, this makes no sense. The only thing that makes sense is you talking this out with someone and getting your mind right about your daughter being married. There's no way that they stole focus. There's no way that they turned the wedding into a family reunion. What the in-laws did is they made sure that the people they invited, their family, had a lovely time with many things to do. So I applaud that, and I'm worried about you. Just go talk it out. I don't have a child that's married yet. I'm sure it can be a little weird. And, maybe you're one of those people that think you're losing a daughter. You're gaining a son. You're not losing a daughter. And you just need to get right with that. And you do need to apologize to the in-laws, the groom's parents. And I would just say, I was very emotional. I had too much to drink. I am very sorry I said that. I did not mean it. We are so excited that our daughter has married into your family. You're terrific. That's what you need to do. And you need to do it pronto. So that's my advice. I know you're not going to update me, but if you do feel like you can give me an update, we would all appreciate it. Because I think everyone that's hearing this letter is like, oh my God, woman, seek help. Seek help. Weddings are emotional. So maybe you still got a lot of emotions. But I still think maybe you just need to talk that out with someone. Not me, I'm not a therapist. Once again, I'm going to make my PSA. Not a therapist. I'm a dum-dum with a Bachelor of Arts degree in journalism/communications. I'm just a woman with an opinion. So my advice, take it with the hugest grain of salt. It's like a friend is giving you advice. That's what I like to say. But go talk to somebody with professional therapy, because it's not me, although I wish you the best, and I think you will get better, and I think you will feel better once you get used to your daughter being married. But it would help to talk it out with someone. So please do that. And you know what? Your daughter's in-laws sound pretty awesome. So that's a good thing, right? Right? Okay. All right, now I got to move on to my peeves. Y'all, this is a big peeve. I may have talked about this peeve before. Who cares? As we all know, I love repeating myself. It's fun for me, okay? I'm honing it. I'm making it better. My peeve, because I just had this pulled on me, is anyone that celebrates their birthday month. Oh my God. If you are over the age of 10 and you talk about your birthday month, or, oh, it's my birthday month. You know, remember when your kids were little and you told them to unload the dishwasher, but it's my birthday month. Or like they wanted, you know, the cherry icy instead of the blue one because it's their birthday month. No. Once you like are over 10, like you can't pull birthday month anymore. You most especially cannot be a grown up that does that birthday month BS. It is embarrassing. I was talking to a friend and she goes, we're going to take so-and-so out to lunch because it's her birthday month. I get that. You know, that's different. So please don't put that in the comments. Like you're just, you know, you can't celebrate your friend on the birthday, so you're going to do it, you know, later. But then I was eavesdropping on some women talking, and this woman was all about her birthday month. I mean, seriously, oh, you know, you have to be nice to me. It's my birthday month. Or I get to pick because it's my birthday month. No, you're scary and you need to get over yourself. When you reach a certain age, you just have your birthday, okay? And then you move on because you're really busy. And I've even told my son and my daughter, when they are in a dating scenario, and they think they're getting serious about someone, or they think, you know, maybe I'm going to give this relationship a chance. You know, if that person that they're in a relationship with ever mentions the two words birthday month, it's an immediate dump. It is immediate hard pass. To me, that signals high maintenance, whiny, and self-centered. Okay? Especially a guy pulling the birthday month. Y'all, that's a red flag a waving. That's just odd. This is very odd. And if it's, you know, if you've got a girlfriend and she's all about her birthday month, no. I'm just telling you right now, disagree with me. That's fine. Not really, but you know, I like to pretend it is. Because it's just weird. You're a grown up. You don't have birthday months. Once again, before people come in the comments, yes, it's fine for your friends to celebrate you. You go out with one group of friends for your birthday on a Thursday. You go out another next week on a Friday because it's your birthday, okay? And they're fitting it in. But you don't go around as a grown-ass woman and talk about your birthday month or how you get special favors. You know, you have to do it because it's my birthday month. No. It's wrong. And if you are a person doing this, get yourself under control. That's all I have to say. Get yourself under control. You're infantilizing. I know you sound like a baby. You sound like a baby. Ooh. Fresh rant that I didn't even think about. This segued into a peeve that is a peeve, but I just brought it up. Grown-ass people who do baby talk. Mostly women, of course. It's the worst. And I've watched this happen. I had a friend whose daughter was like, you know, little. She's a child, little, like, you know, 4, 5, 6, whatever. And she was doing baby talk, where I would cut that off with my children. I know a lot of people think it's cute and it's precious and they love when their kids do baby talk. I would cut it off. There were even baby words you couldn't say. I'm just like, no, you're too old to baby words. Come on. You know, let's use words like, you know, zeitgeist, kidding, or egregious. I love the word egregious. So no, but you just don't do baby talk. Anyways, they thought that she was adorable. So they let her do baby talk. She's in elementary school doing baby talk. And she has to see a speech therapist because the school's like, is it baby talk? Or does she have something like speech impediment? Turned out she didn't have any speech impediment. Her parents just let her talk baby talk. And so my friend even told me, she goes, yeah, the school's really on me because I'm going to make up her name and it's going to be Mary because we're letting Mary, do baby talk. But it's so precious and she's the baby of the family. So it seems like, it's fine. This, school, she's like, the school needs to get off my ass. So I'm like, ooh, the baby talk is bad. So then she's like junior high school. She is still doing the baby talk. Now she is a grown woman in her mid-20s still doing the baby talk. I hate baby talk. And if you do baby talk and you celebrate a birthday month, oh my God, I'm running for the hills away from you. But yeah, also a peeve baby talk. I mean, in this day and age, no, we don't do baby talk. And if you let your daughter do baby talk, no. Your daughter needs to learn how to assert herself and not put up with any BS and how to kick some ass, okay? She doesn't need to be doing baby talk. All right, sidebar peeve over. Didn't even plan on that one. Oh, it's a bonus peeve. Love that. So yeah, that's what I think. The birthday month's absolutely horrible. And if my children ever date somebody that mentions a birthday month, drop them like a hot potato. Hot potato, just let them go. It speaks to character and maturity level. So that's my peeve. The birthday month. You're welcome on that one. Now I've got an observation. I started sharing observations. Just stuff I think about when I'm in my car. And I'm like, I need to talk through that observation. And I don't want to talk it through with my husband because you guys are lots more fun. Not that he isn't fun, but guys, come on. So my observation is the Bezos wedding in Venice. Did I say his name wrong? I don't even care. To me, and I know it cost $1 gazillion, and I don't care about that. It's none of my business. It's not like they went in debt to have that wedding. If they want to have that wedding, that's fine. What I want to talk about, and this applies to all of us, even if we only have $1, is Forcefun. That whole thing to me looked and sounded like Forcefun. And I garbled that. Forced fun. And I want to say, was the wedding planner 17? They had a foam party on the super yacht. And I guess part of the reasons they had a foam party, it was one of the bride's son's birthday. He's a teenager, whatever. But a foam party, they're in their 50s. I don't know, maybe older. I know they're at least 50. Foam party at that age, it's Forcefun, people. It's Forcefun. Or you're doing it for the pictures, because there are a lot of pictures of them, loving the foam and snuggling up to each other. But no, that is Forcefun. And they also had a pajama party. I think the last day of the wedding celebrations was a pajama party. That's Forcefun. I mean, once again, was the wedding planner a child? We're going to have a foam party. And then, oh my God, we're going to have a pajama party. Like, where's the elegance? Where's acting like a grown-up? It's to me, and then you saw the people getting into the boats and stuff like that. That also looked like a real pain in the ass, because these women have heels on, tight dresses, and they're having to drop into the boat, and like two guys are having to help them into the boat and getting out and waiting on the boat, to get a boat. No, I would where's my fast pass? Where's my Disneyland fast pass to get into that boat the fastest? No, the whole thing seemed Forcefun, and it looked very uncomfortable. All those gowns, just think of all the Spanx, Kim Kardashian, Skims, all that stuff you're wearing. Oh my God, the push-up bras. It just looked like Forcefun. I don't care how much it cost. They spent a bunch of money on Forcefun. Plus, who invites people to your wedding you don't know? Sure, did I have people at my wedding I didn't know? My parents knew them, but I didn't know them. I mean, I didn't know some of my husband's family, but there was a connection. They didn't know a lot of these people. So curious. I don't get that. I mean, I understand why they did it, but I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And I hope everyone that went had a Forcefun moment. Can you imagine being 50-something and going, God, what am I going to pack for that pajama party? I'm sure it's a designer or whatever, but I don't know. I just reading all the coverage about it, I just had a feeling of ennui come over me and thought, God, one, that sounds like a lot of work. All the changes of clothes, and like I said, all the shapewear and underwire bras and uplifting bras, a lot of work. And oh God, all the makeup and everything. And just like Forcefun. Like you're here, you're going, you're pretending you're having fun, but oh my God, are you, it's the last days of pajama party. Can I skip out? Can I have a family emergency so I can leave? That's just me. I'm interested in your take though, very much so. Now we're going to go on to my confession from the Snarky Confessional. And it is, I have never been on a girls' trip. I have never gone anywhere with a group of women like on a vacation. Even for a long weekend. I have never done that. Y'all, I'm 64. I have never done it. When I tell, I recently told people that, oh yeah, I've never been on a girls' trip. They looked at me like I was crazy, like I had no friends, okay? But it made me go deep. Go introspective on why I've never been on a girls' trip. And I think I have a couple reasons why. I've never said yes to a girls' trip. One, I'm kind of thrifty. I don't like to use the word cheap because I'm not cheap about something, but I'm like, if I'm going to spend money on a vacation, it's going to be with my family, So maybe I don't have the extra dough to go on a vacation and a girls' trip. I don't know, but it's going to be with my family. Any vacation time, I'm going to spend it with my husband, and my kids, okay? It's just like, if money's going to be spent on travel expenses, it's going to be with my family. That's just me. I don't think it doesn't feel indulgent to spend it on a girls' trip if that's your thing, but I just spend it with my family. Okay, I'm going to say I'm cheap. Also, I don't really drink. I will have a beverage here and there. So going and drinking a lot is not an incentive for me because I'd be having the Diet Coke and the iced tea or the Arnold Palmer. So yummy, the iced tea and the lemonade. And then more importantly is that I'm a control freak and I plan the vacations. Like I have my vacation itinerary and my family has to do what I say because, they're my family. Okay, we're going to get up at 8. Then we're going to go here. Then by 10:30, we're here. Okay, by 11:30, we need to be walking in this direction. So I like it. When my son and I we went to New York last year and he's like, Mom, like I'm old enough now that you don't have to overplan it. He goes, it was pretty overplanned. I'm like, really? You don't like my planning? He goes, you can start putting some breaks in there. So, but yeah, that's just me. I like to be in charge. And if it was a girls' trip, I couldn't be a bossy bitch. So that'd be a problem for me. That would be a big problem. Also, my husband does stuff for me when we go on vacation. So I'm a little bit of a passenger princess. He'll get me wake up early and go get me McDonald's Diet Cokes if they have them. He'll do a breakfast run and bring it in. He's doing stuff, okay, for me. I don't know if I'd want to give that up. That's a good part about the vacation. He my daughter the same way. We pretty much are passenger princesses on vacation because he's doing stuff for us. My son, not is he doing anything for his mom and his sister? Not just no, but oh hell no. So I think that's the reasons I've never been on a girls' trip. Reviewing, cheap, not going for the alcohol, control freak, and that my husband does stuff for me. I think mainly it's the fact that I'm a control freak. If I'm going to be honest, I just am. And I'm not going to change. I'm too old. Somebody has to be. Who wants to go on a vacation where a member of the family doesn't have stuff planned out? Like my husband does all the hotels and the airfare, and then baby, I plan an itinerary, and it's a good one. We're doing good stuff. We're staying busy. Plus, I have children that can't relax. Like if you were going to have like a beach day or pool day, that would be one day. You could do, okay, today's our beach day. And then the next day be like, what are we doing? Like, we're not going to the beach again, are we? They'd be done. They've done it. Got to have stuff to do. A great vacation for them is lots of museums, that kind of stuff, lots of experiences. The laying around, not so much. And that's on me because I think I always had over-planned vacation itineraries and they don't know how to relax. So maybe they need a therapy. I don't think so. They're perfect. But if they did, that would be okay too. All right. The closest I've ever come to a girls' trip is being a dance mom because you do travel as a dance mom. You have what's called nationals. So it's an out-of-town dance competition. Sometimes 1,000 plus miles away. And then you usually have one just regular regional competition, but it's out of town. So yeah, I've done plenty of that. And it's scary. It's scary. You're with all women. You're with your daughter. and all those dancers. And it's frightening, not because the women aren't like delightful and fantastic. It's just that energy. And basically, I think all the hairspray and the fake eyelash glue, I mean, I'm not kidding about this. I think it changes your brain chemistry because everyone gets a little amped up at a dance competition. Little crazy amped up at a dance competition. And once again, I blame hairspray fumes and the off-gassing of the eyelash glue. And plus you have to get these teeny sequins on the costumes, and it's like fabric glue. Oh Lord, that thing comes with a warning, big fat warning on it. So that's also messing with you. I think it alters your brain chemistry at dance competitions, and that's why you're just like, blah. I'm gonna admit I was a little blah. So it's just a lot. Then you couple that with your daughter. Oh my God. You got a cult going on. You got the sleep deprivation because the stupid dance competition, well, like you have to be there like at 6 a.m. and it goes to like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm not kidding about this. You've got awards that are like wrapping up at 1 a.m. Then you got to be back there at 6 a.m. So you got the sleep deprivation. You have an unregulated work environment. I mean, they throw you in these dressing rooms. You're fighting for space. You're fighting for a place to put your costumes. And your employer, I guess, is your daughter. Because let me tell you, you're your daughter's bitch. If you're a dance mom and you have a daughter dancing, don't know how it is with sons, you are your child's bitch. You're like, I didn't help with hair and makeup because I'm terrible at it. So my daughter learned how to do her own hair and makeup probably at 4. Not that she's wearing makeup, but you know. You're making sure their costumes are all laid out for the quick changes. You're helping with the quick changes. And by helping, I mean you're standing there and letting your child yell at you, "Where are my tights? Your tights are right there. Hand them to me." I mean, oh, it's something, people. It's something. Then once again, all the toxic chemicals you're inhaling, like on like an hourly basis, you're inhaling that stuff, and it makes you lose your mind. Totally lose your mind. If being a dance mom and traveling with your dancer is a girl's trip, it's a mind bender. It is mind effery. You are getting mind effed, 100%. I'm not saying the word because I don't want to get that bad rating. Trying to keep it kind of clean. But God, I wish I could say the F word because I love it and it's one of my favorite. But I'm trying not to do that because you could have grandkids or kids in the car or whatever. So I'm trying to be like cognizant of that fact. And then here's another thing that makes like these dance competitions a cult. You're in like a convention center with barely 0 windows. It's like being in Vegas. No windows, no clocks, no nothing. I don't know if it's night. I don't know if it's day. I don't know what's going on. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. And honestly, part of it is psychological abuse. I mean, it is wild. It is wild. And I know there's soccer moms and basketball moms, all that kind of stuff. I'm just telling you, do you guys have eyelash glue? Toxic? Do you have like costume glue? Do you have like hairspray? Do you have like people screaming at you? I mean, I've seen it all. I've seen hairbrushes being thrown. I've seen mothers throw hairbrushes, not at their daughters, allegedly, but just in anger, like throw hairbrush. I've seen people steal jazz shoes out of other people's bags because their kid forgot their jazz shoes. And I'm like, excuse me, are you letting that mother know? Yeah, I was the narc. I was like, excuse me. I was the dance mom lifeguard. Yeah, so much crying, so much emotions. Once again, blaming the hairspray and the eyelash glue and the fabric glue. I mean, so much weeping. And then threats, like mothers like threatening their daughters, like, you better behave. Luckily, I have a pretty mean stare, like a really like mean stare. I could give my daughter a look that signified, cut the shit, sister. I mean, yeah. I'm going to see if I can recreate it for people on YouTube. Ready? I think of really mad thought, okay? I'm taking my glasses off so you can see better. Yeah, it's bad. And if she got that glare, like she knew she better, like I said, get your shit together, sister, because you're not going to talk to me that way. Yeah. So that's the only girls trip experience I've had. And that's enough girls trips for a lifetime, I think. So there is that. It was a lot. I lived to tell the tale and write a book about it, which brings us to a new segment, a very self-indulgent segment, a segment that a lot of you will be saying, like, stop it. Oh my God, I used to like you, but now you're gross. I don't like you anymore. Too bad. Because we are having a summer book club. And guess what? It's all my books. Yeah, I'm going to talk about my books very briefly. Don't stop listening to the podcast. I'll know if you do it. And shame on you for that. Okay, I want to talk. Oh, here it is. I want to talk about my book, Empty. Y'all, this book is so much fun. It's about three women who are down on their luck. They're in their 50s. They're going through menopause. And they seek revenge out on the people that wronged them. Let me tell you how I got the idea for the book. I was in my 50s. God, I was almost 60. I was in my late 50s. And a lot of women were getting divorced. Their lives were screwed. Their health insurance was tied to their husband. They were like, not kicked out of their homes, selling their home. Their husbands were trying to just not give them crap in the divorce. And the state I live in, you don't get big divorce settlements. And then you only get spousal support for, I think, 4 or 5 years. I mean, it sucks getting divorced in this state. So what do? And I thought about that. My insurance, if I got divorced, I wouldn't have health insurance. That scares me. And I'm just going to tell you, my husband earns like the lion's share of the income. So I'd also be screwed. And it would be very hard. So the main character, Julia, she doesn't get divorced. Her husband ghosts her, takes all the money. She's got nothing. She's got like nothing. And she was like living high in the hog, people. She's having to like sell her furniture to pay her mortgage because the only thing of value she has left is that house and she does not want to lose it. So to get money, and I've thought about this too. When you listen to the radio, but who does that anymore? Because you're listening to my podcast. Anyways, those drug trial clinics where they go, if you come in for a drug trial, we'll pay you $10,000 or it's always $9,600. So I'm like, what if? And I drive by a drug trial place a couple times a week just because it's on my Diet Coke route. So I go, what would that be like? So you're getting 3 square meals a day, you've got lodging, and you're getting money. If you didn't have anything, maybe I could see doing that if you were desperate. Anyways, these 3 women bond at the drug trial facility, and they're in there for a menopause drug, okay? A new menopause drug. Because the only thing these 3 women have left is their waning estrogen levels. So they're guinea pigs for a new menopause drug. They become friends, very different. We have Cassie's a former soap opera star who's like really down on her luck. And then we have this woman these are women that were on top of the world. If you saw them, you'd be jealous of them. Now they got nothing. Through no fault of their own, nothing. We've got a CPA that was, worked for this big entertainment firm, nothing. The book is based in Orange County, California, because my daughter was going to school there, so I was like totally into that environment and would see all these women and imagine stories about them. So it is so much fun. So they joined together to help our main character find the husband who ghosted her. And adventure and revenge ensues. It's so much fun, y'all. I know you're not supposed to think you're great or anything, but this book is really fun. It's really, really fun. Please give it a read. It's empty. If you read the show description, it will tell you where you can click and buy it. It's ebook, paperback, audiobook. Go do it. I think you'll love it. And even if you don't do it, pretend that you are, just so I get the vibes that you're going to do it. Okay? That sounds good, doesn't it? Anyways, that's it for the Summer Book Club. Until next week. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for all the great comments. I love hearing from y'all. I just feel like we're a community. Once again, my fondest wish would be that we could all get together and just shoot the shit over dinner. But thank you so much. If you have time to read, check out one of my books. If you're thinking, I need to read something, go do it and have a fantastic day. You're worthy of greatness. You are worthy of greatness. Bye.